Hey, what's up, world? It's your boss, International Zoe. And just to give y'all a little insight of my workflow, I'm not gonna go into editing and all that stuff because I don't know. I don't really feel like I know enough about editing to be teaching you guys editing. I think there's a lot of videos about editing that you could find on YouTube. But I would just like to give you an idea of what my workflow looks like what I do, a little insight. And thank Brother Charles for pushing me to give a little more behind the scenes to the subscribers. So let me make sure I angle this decently so you guys can see. This is my, is that a good angle? Hopefully y'all can get the gist of it from here. This is my MacBook Pro. It's a 13-inch. And I deliberately got a 13-inch MacBook Pro because of the size. There's a MacBook Pro, I think a 20-inch or something like 17-inch. But this will minimize my weight to my camera bag. I tried to, before I got this, I tried to minimize my camera bag and workflow with iPad Pro, and it just didn't. I was able to edit on the iPad Pro with the program called LumaFusion. I wasn't able to edit in Final Cut Pro, but LumaFusion has limitations. I felt there were limitations with the plugins, with the transitions. There was limitations with animation. So I tried that for a while and it just didn't fit my workflow. So I decided to get the MacBook Pro. I usually have a portable hard drive. This one is a SanDisk. It's a 2 terabyte portable hard drive. And I usually back up all my files in one of these. Either that one or the one made by Samsung. So what I do mostly at the end of each day or every other day, I dump my files into my portable drive. And in my portable drive, you'll see I'll make folders to try and keep things in perspective. This is, and I'll just show you the files. I'm not sure how well you guys can see, but I hope you can get an idea. This is my BWTV folder. In this folder, I'll have my logos and transitions, like things like this is my, like part of my intro, this little bit of animation there. Now, I wasn't able to use that in LumaFusion. It wouldn't read it. So this is where I may have my little things that I need to my basics that I always use is in this folder. Logos, titles, and things like that. This folder here that says Epidemic, it's short for Epidemic Sound. This is a subscription-based, royalty-free music and sounds. So in the description of all my videos, I have my links to my affiliate links, and there's an affiliate link to Epidemic Sound. What I usually do is every once in a while, every few weeks, I'll go in there and listen to the music. Pick the music that I like and make a folder. So as you see, I'm up to folder number 21. So I've been in there 21 times, taking about 7 to 10 tracks and putting them in the folder. This is this is the music. If you guys like the music I use for some of my background music, Epidemic Sound. I still don't mind sharing that because my ear is different from your ear, and I know how to use the music to tell a story. You know, so this is a track I just used recently. So this is my music folder. And then I have, this is my latest folder, which is the Brazil 4 folder. I have it titled Brazil 4 because it's my 4th visit to Brazil. And then I'll have May, June. I'll put the, let's get an idea when it was, you know, just for memory purposes. So within this Brazil 4 folder, May, June, I'll have my folders of things I've done. Like I have some 360 footage here, a night out with Natalia here, my Airbnb, my interview with Al Grease, part 1, part 2, Ariel de Cabo's, my B-rolls, where I'll just put things when I just don't have a story and I'm just talking head to the camera, stuff like that. Brazilian food, CPF, you know, farmers market, just things that I do, I'll put in these folders. So I'll have Santa Teresa, that's a tour I went on. So I'll have an idea of what I have to work with. So what I'll do, I'll open up one of these folders and look at the footage. And then I'll watch through the footage, and then what I'll also do is mark the footage. Like I haven't marked this one, but let me see if there's a folder that I've marked the footage on, so you guys can get an idea. I don't know, because all of this is pretty new, but what I would do is mark the footage from, like, see this red dot? I'll use this little color dot to say, like, this is an intro. It's getting a red dot. This is a good part, but not that good. It'll get an orange dot. So, and let me open up this. I don't think I went through. Yeah, there's no dots on this stuff, but okay, here's a dot here. So this is a dot because I felt like this is important footage, even though I didn't go through all the footage, but this is, I think, some drone footage, and it has a dot on it. Oh no, this is not a drone footage, but it's footage that I deem important to the story. So I'll mark off the footage that way to give you an idea, right? So once I mark off the clips that I want, then we'll open up my Final Cut Pro, you know, and 10 or X, and this is how it looks. I'll start my story here. There's an intro. We go into the, you know, the basic, and then I'll tell my story. This is a timeline. And like, see, this is the music that I just showed you. I'll put in music when I don't want to use sometimes I just want to tell a story using music. Sometimes I double voice over the music to explain the area or to give some description of where I am or the history of the place. So you get an idea. This is a timeline. And this folder, this is transitions. This will take you from one clip to the next. And then, you know, I bought some transitions to be creative. This is the titles folder. I bought some titles, some plugins. They're called plugins. And you can use these other creative things to, you know, create your video. Those are plugins. You buy those. There's a few titles that come along with the program, and then they're plugins. They do different things on your clip, you know? So that's to give you a brief overview of how my process goes. I might sit here, it might take me an hour, 2, 3 hours to edit a 5 to 10 minute clip. You know, and that's basically give you an idea of what the workflow for International Zoe looks like and how I set my thing up. If you guys just didn't have an idea or a clue what it might take after a day of shooting or a few days of shooting, that's an idea of what the workflow looks like. Okay? It's your boss, International Zoe. The workflow. You're watching BWTV. Peace.